You're watching weekly free tutorials with acrylic artist Joni Young. We're going to start off with a light blue, heavy-bodied acrylic, and a flat brush. I'm using a medium to large size flat brush for this today. I'm going to squeeze out a line right on the bottom, and no water at all on my brush. I'm going to flick up and down, and across the bottom, and slightly up both sides of the canvas, leaving the top bare for the other colors. Now I'm dabbing turquoise all across the top, and then neon yellow and titanium white in between. Then I'm going to gently start to blend them in together slightly. Not over blending, just really gently, so we can still see all those colors and they're slightly overlapping. The next brush will be a Filbert using Phthalo blue. So gently tapping on the top, short little flicks, and just a little bit down the edge of each side of the canvas. The top of the canvas, where our flowers are going to start from, will be the darkest part of this painting. So we're going to start building up the shadow and the contrast up here. So we'll soften that blue into the other colors slightly. We still want to be able to see all of them though, so don't completely cover up them all. The next color, my favorite, neon violet. And if you don't have this, it's by Whole Bean. If you don't have a neon violet or neon purple, then you can use magenta as well. This is when the painting really starts to come alive, is when we add this gorgeous neon purple in. And it looks so pretty with the turquoise and the blues. And when it hits that neon yellow, it'll make a really pretty shade of orange. So all the colors work really well together in this painting today. I just picked this is just a really impromptu painting. I worked on this late last night, and I really don't paint at night, but I kind of just felt like doing a painting. It was spur of the moment, and those ones are always the most fun, and I just picked out all my favorite colors and decided I wanted to do a floral. I think I've just been doing so many snow scenes and winter type stuff with trees that I kind of just needed to change it up. So we're going to keep pulling gently that purple down there, adding a little bit of titanium white here and there to make some pastel shades. So it's a combination of dabbing lightly, tapping, and little flicks. Okay, so it's time to start painting our flowers using the Filbert brush. I'm just tapping a bunch of little dabs all around to create little flowers. So the Filbert is a really good brush to use for creating instant little flower petals. And I'm just using white and picking up all the colors underneath to create lighter pastel shades. And then as they dry, I'm going to layer over. And then as the flowers get smaller and smaller down at the end of those vines, you can switch your paintbrush to a smaller one each time. So I eventually start to use a liner brush when I get to the bottom of those vines. But I'm working wet on wet, so the paint underneath is all wet still. So what happens is when I layer the white over, it blends in, it picks up all those colors underneath. So you get all those hints of those colors mixed in with those flower petals, and it helps to make it look really soft and pretty. And then as I keep going and adding more and more flowers, the paint is starting to dry. So then I'm picking up yellow when I want to. I'm incorporating some neon orange now, and I'll list all the supplies, colors, brushes, everything in the description below. But my neon paint that I'm using is a heavy bodied and it's whole bean. It's luminous. So it's a really nice one to use, and you only need a little bit of it. So we'll do larger flower petals at the top, and then they're going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. And then as these flower petals start to dry, you can just start overlapping those flowers, and they'll look a little bit fuller. Just one flower at a time. Now, if you're not sure exactly what colors to use, if you don't have all the ones that are listed below, just use any pastel colors that you have, or just blue, any purple, and even pink, any yellow, and then lighten them with some white. You really can't go wrong when using pastels. I'm going to dab each of the flowers, the center of them, with blue or white. And I keep layering over some of the petals to make them look a little bit thicker and fuller, and to add some more color dimension. This has just been a really therapeutic painting to work on. You kind of just forget about everything else. If you've had a really stressful day, you can just kind of get lost in creating all these little flowers and using colors that make you feel happy and make you feel good. So now I'm building up little flowers in between all those lines, all those purple streaks, and I'm using neon yellow with a little bit of white. Blending in some of the white with that hot pink. And then I outlined some of the flowers to make them pop out a little bit more, but not every single one. I want them to all look a little bit different. And like always, I'm being led by color when I paint. Color is my inspiration and my motivation for painting. So I just dab colors wherever I feel like they need to be. Sometimes I'll just decide I need to throw in some bright orange somewhere, or bright red. I really do like using bright colors. And I'm just going to do little dots on the bottom of each of those vines. And then twirl my brush around a little bit. I was going to create almost like little orbs or little fireflies, and then I decided to turn them all into little flowers. You could also add little stars, little twinkling stars or lights to this painting. There's so much you could do with it, even little butterflies. I'll need a larger canvas next time to paint everything that I wanted to. don't think I really ever have an artist block. I have the opposite. I have too many ideas all the time and it's hard for me to narrow it down. I really love how this light peach is looking against the purple, the light yellow, just all these colors together. They're just so soft and delicate. I'm definitely going to have to try this on a much larger canvas next time, because I really would like to add some little stars, maybe a few little butterflies. So you see, it's really handy to have a little liner brush for the fine little details and to get in all these little areas and outline some of these petals. You can pick any color you want to outline the petals too. Like I said before, all these colors complement each other. You can't go wrong. So I'm just working on a few other little flowers here on the side and a little suggestion of vines back there, bringing in some more magenta at the top. I outline a little bit more here and then pull and wiggle my brush. So I'm going to keep sneaking in a little bit more of that neon purple wherever I can get away with it, because I just love this color so much. And continue building up some flowers. The more I'm working on this painting, it's kind of reminding me of the beautiful cascading flower called wisteria, which I tried to grow this summer. I thought maybe in our warm climate where we're living I could have a better chance of growing it, but had one flower on it and I thought, yay, it's gonna survive, and the next week it was just dead. So I don't know, maybe I'll wait till next spring, maybe it's gonna come back. Maybe its growing season was over when I planted it, I'm not sure, but it's one of my favorite flowers and it's so fragrant. It's one of the most beautiful flowers in my opinion, and this is kind of reminding me of that, all these pretty little flowers just cascading in the little shades of, all those shades of violets and purples and pinks. Ooh, that pop of hot pink up there, it's so fun. I love adding neon colors. When people ask me like what my favorite color is, I really can't pick because I honestly love them all. Right now it's got to be this hot pink though. I'm just having too much fun with it. I think what really works great in this painting, the color combination, is that hot pink with the light chartreuse green. And I made that with the neon yellow, titanium white, and turquoise. So of course the green and the reds are very complementary, and that's why it's looking so nice with that hot pink. I think I used just about every color in this painting but red. But you know, the neon pink with a neon yellow and orange make neon red. I would have used my neon red, but I'm all out of it. I keep forgetting to buy more of that. I'll have to pick some up next time I'm at my art store. I'm gonna dab in lots of little white dots, little flower buds on the end that haven't bloomed yet. Okay, so as I wrap up this painting, I want to thank you guys again for joining me today. I love sharing my art with you, ideas and inspiration. Happy painting, everybody! If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so now and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Bye!